We in the news all too often have to report on the lives cut short by gun violence. When someone is shot and killed, it's news. But what do we know about the people who survive gunshots?
Their stories are often forgotten as soon as the headlines fade. The truth is, their trauma never goes away, and their voices deserve to be heard.
As part of our Listening to You commitment, our team spent months embedded in the lives of shooting survivors across the city.
In their own words, they are honest and raw, sharing their pain, their fight to live, and their hope. Here's Miracle Shots.
Over the past decade in Chicago, nearly 30,000 people were shot and survived, each one an example of recovery and hope. From the destruction of the body and the struggle to endure to the joy of a life reclaimed. They are the Miracle Shots, and this is my story. I was doing everything right in my life. It was just so vivid and so unprovoked. After surviving something so traumatic, I'm still fighting. My name is Kalisha Pettis, and I'm a disabled gun violence survivor. I actually moved to Chicago a year before this incident happened. My best friend was like a sister to me. She convinced me to move up here, and I did. I wanted to grow in the hospitality industry, and restaurant and food was my passion. Every day I would wake up, I would go to the gym. I've always kind of been into fitness. It made me feel like I can tackle whatever the day brought and do it with my head held high still. I think it was the weight and like lifting and throwing it around at a fast speed as well. And that's how life is. Like the weights are heavy, it comes at you fast. I've always kind of had like an older soul and kind of been very independent as well. I think that was preparation to prepare me what happened to me, honestly.
I'm 4 days and I'm also still waiting on more information to come in.
I was shot April 29th, 2024. I remember that morning, my friend called me. I was pumped up after my workout, getting to her house. That day, she had to come and let me in. And I seen her brother sitting in the living room in a chair, and I said, hello.
Caller says her brother shot her at the front.
He was like, why the F are you talking to me? Shut the F up talking to me. And I was just like stunned. Like, I didn't know what he was going through, if he were high on drugs, if he was having a mental breakdown. I wasn't thinking, nor did I know he had a gun right there on the table. I didn't even have time to try to get up, move, duck. I just seen the door come open and bullets were flying at me. And I was holding my stomach, slouching over within 4 or 5 minutes of me being in this house. He was sitting on the porch with the gun next to him.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
I felt like he was at target practice. He shot me in my stomach and left flank. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why would you just shoot me? Like, I didn't say anything. I didn't agitate him or anything. Oh my God, I can't believe this is how it's ending. I just fell over and I just seen myself slowly fade away, and I just closed my eyes and lost consciousness. And I just knew, wow, this is it for eucalyptus. When I woke up, I was just surprised I made it. My left kidney was totally destroyed. I had 2 holes in my small intestine. I was hooked up to dialysis. I had tubes in my throat. They were going through freezers of blood constantly through the night, changing it out nonstop just to keep me alive throughout the night. I had over 15 surgeries. This is from me losing blood flow to both of my legs, which they were able to save my right leg, but the procedure did not work for the left leg. They woke me up to explain to my mom and explain to me why they needed to amputate my leg to ensure my safety and my life. It was a decision made that they had to go above the knee. When I woke up, it was so swollen and so short. I felt like my whole leg was gone because I knew that more of my body was being taken, and I wouldn't be able to do the Olympic movements and CrossFit again without my actual knee. The hardest part about using a prosthetic is the balance and the step. And it becomes stiff where the knee doesn't bend, so that causes a lot more stress on your body. It's been really hard. It's not easy. It's a lot of pain.
How are you there?
I'm good,
Great to
Mom.
see you. Come on, get up, say hello. All right, let's get you back into the clinic room and let's see what we can do.
It breaks. You have to go to constant maintenance for it as well.
Is that okay?
I've done physical therapy as well as occupational therapy.
Yeah. You're desperate to still work out, aren't you?
I have to. It's like mental reasons.
I totally get it.
Sometimes I'll be out in public and like I've fallen.
Good. That's a lot of control. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That
So-
is not supposed to happen.
That kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, but I try not to think about it because
Okay, let me go.
as bad as I want my leg to grow back, I know it won't. I am not allowed to go back to work because I'm on a no return work order from doctors. Not being able to work has been really hard, and for me to have to kind of depend on donations or the government has been really hard. When this first happened, I didn't have an income to continue to pay my rent.
What did Social Security tell you?
That I was not disabled under their rules and that my condition would not last more than a year or result in death. A lot of us are really overlooked, and they say they help with these victim programs that they have, but that's just simply not true. I've been submitting paperwork, filling out applications. I've been down to these places physically, like, look at me, I need help. So I'm here at the mayor's office of people with disability, and I'm on my crutches because I just don't have a lot of strength. I am currently at the Phoenix Foundation that I applied to back in February. I still need help severely, so I'm going to continue to work on that, trying to find resources and trying to find places that can help me until I get some stable income flowing for myself. I try to adapt. I try to incorporate things that I learned in physical therapy, but I'm not all the way back, but I do try to stay moving and do something daily. Honestly, this is like my mental release, like in my therapy. I worked my way back up to 50% of what I was deadlifting in less than a year, so I'm really proud of myself. That's really how my mind and my spirit has become so strong. Making sure I try to stay as healthy as possible to prevent from losing both legs. If you took my leg and you need to sit in prison and do your full time and think about what you've done. I want people to see me and other survivors as still the same person, still strong, still able to recover without having to shrink themselves. And I'm happy that my spirit wasn't tainted by this incident. If someone that's been through all of this, been shot, lost a leg, has a prosthetic, still has the will and drive, people in my community can do it too. It's nothing but a miracle that I survived.
Over the past decade in Chicago, nearly 30,000 people were shot and survived. Each one an example of recovery and hope. From the destruction of the body and the struggle to endure to the joy of a life reclaimed. They are the miracle shots. and this is my story. Kind of like an out-of-body experience as it was happening. A lot of people have a lot of demons and things that they face.
Chicago police are investigating a deadly shooting.
Shootings continue tonight.
Police say
about
the
a mile
shooting death of a man.
4 people being wounded by gunfire.
I had to really decide, am I going to like be halfway in and halfway out? At times, you know, I mean, different parts of my body will feel pain, and I'm like, damn, why did this happen to me? I am Marlon English. August 14, 2015, I was shot. I'm one of the people who made it through. So yeah, I'm doing these larger soil blocks. And it reminds me of like being a child and playing in dirt, you know what I mean? This is very meditative too, like this part of my work, I could spend hours doing this. I'm an urban farmer from the south side of Chicago. I feel like you wouldn't know I was a farmer unless you really knew me. My story is slightly different than a lot of people who I grew up with. For the most part, my childhood was pretty normal. I had like family at home, working class people. I didn't know I was poor until I was in high school. So for the most part, everything was taken care of. I saw my mother struggle because of her disability. She was legally blind. She did the best that she could and the best that she knew how. She would never let me bring no money into the household. She didn't put that kind of pressure on me, but I did want to have my own money and have my own things going on. So that's the pressure that I felt for me to be self-sufficient. The neighborhood that we moved to when I was like 9 years old, I want to say, wasn't the safest neighborhood. People selling drugs and fighting and arguing and gambling. You know, the environment may not have been the safest, but it taught us how to pay attention. I've lost a lot of people who I care about to gun violence and also to drug overdose. You know, people do drugs as well to cope with a lot of violence and a lot of trauma. A lot of my peers came from families who, you know what I mean, ran the streets. The people in the streets that I would see every day were people that I easily connected to. Anything that I chose to do was because I wanted to do it, or I felt that it was necessary to do at the time. Like when I was in the streets, you know what I mean, people knew who they were looking for and why they were looking for them. And so it was just kind of like, oh man, we gotta be careful, you know what I mean, because dudes are getting shot. I feel as though I was already kind of gravitating away from the streets and like outgrowing it. That neighborhood is one of the most violent neighborhoods in Chicago.
How could you ignore? We dying at your door.
There was no level 1 trauma center on the south side at all. We had been doing protests to advocate for them to reopen the trauma center. And when I say I was stuck between two worlds, that me being in the streets and me being like an activist, those things kind of collided on that day. So I ended up on the phone with a homie from Woodlawn, and he told me to come by on 61st and Kimbart. He was gonna have a peace treaty because we had some infighting going on. So the day I got shot, I walked through this park in the direction going towards Stony Island, just to avoid being seen, and also so I can kind of blend in with my surroundings a lot better. I would say that's the scenic route. I didn't want to be in like visible places. That was routes people could take and something can happen. Setting up to have a peace treaty. In the process of us preparing to do that, something jumped off. A van had drove up as we discussing it, and they started shooting. I had no connection or no close affiliations with any of those guys. They saw all us gathered, and they was, oh man, we see all these dudes and we can get them, we scored. I felt as though I was I astral projected and watched myself be shot in slow motion. I can remember it feeling like a very hot sensation. It felt very hot. My adrenaline was rushing. So one of the bullet wounds went through my wrist, my wrist right here, and it came out the back of my hand. And so the bones in the back of my hand is shattered, and they told me my hand would never be the same. When I saw my shirt had a rip through it, I was like, oh God, I'm shot in the stomach. Yeah, I was in shock. The bullet went through my stomach. It affected my bladder and my kidney. So we had done research to see where the trauma centers were. A lot of people have died on the way to the hospital due to the fact that it's such a long travel. So I had known that I wasn't going to the hospital nowhere close. The pain that I was feeling, I just wanted it all to end at the time. I was just like, are we there yet? How far are we? I kept asking the paramedics, where are we or how far are we? I was real concerned about getting there and getting in surgery. From August until February, I was on the mend. It was points in time when I couldn't really stand up straight. What do I do now? Where do I go from here? So, just kind of thoughts of uncertainty. It slowed me down, and at that time, I needed something to slow me down.
So this is a farm stand, so we got fruits and vegetables in there.
To keep me away from what may occur if I continue to live that kind of lifestyle. I had to really decide, okay, am I going to be halfway in and halfway out, or am I just going to fall back? And I decided to fall back. How I understood justice at the time was street justice. I wanted something to happen. Vengeance, for sure. The way I looked at it back then is totally different than I see it now. I got a lot of things to lose, and I got purpose. So, yeah, thank you so much. No problem. I've been here since 2018, working at the community garden, managing it, and seeing it go through so many different phases and take on so many different battles.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right, have a good one.
A lot of neighborhoods on the south side and west side lack places for fresh produce and vegetables. It's more so about food sovereignty. So providing access for folks with land and education on how to cultivate land. It provides me with a lot of purpose and a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Patience, for sure. I just was hoping that I didn't have to deal with so much pain for so long.
You didn't give her a birthday licks?
Could have been dead, so I was happy. I was grateful, I was happy that I wasn't dead. I got people who want the best for me. I want the best for me.
Fight, fight, fight. Just out there is a human right. Fight, fight, fight. Just out there is a human right.
Activists claim victory in a 5-year fight for a Southside trauma center.
Yeah, it was a big win. I didn't think I'd see it in my lifetime. It felt great. Actually, when we had our victory party, it was a few months after I was rehabilitating from what happened, so I still had my colostomy bag on.
What do we want?
I was wearing my cast at the victory party. Yeah, it was a historical moment. I'm in a place where I want to learn how to be more merciful and more empathetic for people. I see people in these groups as people, you know what I mean? But someone who may not have that type of connection may see them as a gang or as criminals because a certain level of power or privilege places them a bit apart from having to empathize with people who live that way. And so I believe that healing happens through rehabilitation and restoration. Some people, they feel like they're at peace because someone is in jail. That does nothing for me. And how do we create a system of accountability where people actually become reformed and healed and they take accountability for their actions? Find ways to solve conflict outside of picking a gun up and just figure out strategies to keep each other safe and to do community care in a better way than we have been.
Chicago, the city of grit.
We see it in our stories, our people, and especially our gunshot survivors.
Each one an example of recovery and hope.
From the destruction of the body and the struggle to endure.
To the joy of a life reclaimed. We are the Miracle Shots.
And this is our story. We look at this tournament, we look at every game, and we say, do we have what it takes right now to win games? Going into the tournament and expecting nationals to be thrown at us, we're not scared at all. My name is George Alfaro. I coach wheelchair basketball in Chicago. I love these guys. These guys put some hard work into it. And let me tell you exactly how we got here. I coach only one way, and that's hard. We have all the elements needed to win a championship. But that just means that the rest of us now got to step up a little bit more, guys. If anybody has that doubt at all because we've fallen a couple soldiers, then you're on the wrong team. Guys, we have this. I'm not worried about this just yet, all right? I'm not worried. I was born in Mexico, raised in Chicago, Illinois. North Side, specifically. I've been playing wheelchair sports my whole life. Get this, I'm 55. Been playing since I was 16. Do the math, what is that, 4 decades? Yeah, well, I come from an immigrant family that traveled across a river, and they brought me here. So we were undocumented in this country for 18 years until I got residency. Disability was acquired at the age of 10. I'm spinal cord injury. I was with a bunch of kids. They were all playing with a gun, and I was playing with it too. And after a while, I just walked away. I walked away, and it accidentally hit me in the back. And the only thing that I can remember physically was that I couldn't breathe. I just couldn't breathe. I was like gasping for air. I did not know what was happening. Couldn't move my legs. I thought my legs were gone. It was traumatizing. It is traumatizing. I was lost. I went through the whole pity, the hate, vengeance, to acceptance. I'll tell you what got me into sports. Girls. Stop. What the hell? Girls. But it evolved into so much and more. Way more. It was my normality, my sanctity. You know, this is where I belong. And I found myself here and playing with this team and competing. Nice. So I wanted to take more leadership as a coach. So I think that's why I wanted to be a coach. We have people who've acquired injury through gun violence, through gang life. There are some people that were born with their disabilities, and then it takes programs such as this to help them get out of that uncomfortability, to find some confidence in themselves, to convince them that, yo, you're still freaking sexy, bro. When they're in the gymnasium, something matters more than just how they got shot. Stop driving to the hole. Their game matters. How I play matters. What I do in my life matters. In the past decade, we have yet to qualify for the national tournament. The coach can taste it. He can taste that I have something here. I have some gold in my hand.
Ball, 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 ball!
We have so many personalities on this friggin' team. They're a bunch of knuckleheads, and I guess I'm one too. Juan, you know, trails with the logistics and the smartness. And I bow down to a player like Juan.
No pressure, thanks, George. George is a great coach. You know, he can be tough on guys, but it's needed, right?
Stop looking at that ball. Use that. There's no backcourt, all right? Let's look to score now, all right? Let's go. It's easier to pick wide than up the middle, you knuckleheads. Be guards already.
He's not going to sugarcoat anything.
Go wide, go wide. You guys get on my nerves. I'm tough, but I can be nice. And if I'm nice to you, you must have earned it. You must have earned that one. Guys, you're going to be on television with those shots and misses. That's for a good pass. That's forever. This stuff stays on TV forever.
My name is Juan Ortiz. I'm an athlete on the Chicago Hornets, and I'm a survivor of gun violence. I was born here, Humboldt Park area, in high school, 14 years old. In the 90s, you can leave the house and not have to be home for 12, 14 hours. So you can find a lot of good and a lot of bad. And unfortunately, the bad caught up to me pretty quickly there.
I coached Juan in high school. He's come from a tough time.
When you hang out or you join a gang, you're expected to be out on the block. I'm walking with a buddy of mine. This guy starts walking towards us. He says, "What's up?" Still not realizing, not knowing who this person was, not seeing, he pulls out a gun and starts shooting. The first shot actually went through my leg, went through my thigh. Didn't really realize what was going on until I see that second, flash of the gun hit me in the middle of my back. And, from there, I hit the floor, literally like belly flopped onto the floor. He runs up on me, he kneels on me, and he puts the gun to the back of my head. The realization that I'm now here on the street, my body doesn't work. The next thing that I heard was him running away. I told God, I asked God, you saved my life, and I'll be a better person, I'll change the person that I am. My kids, grow up with a dad with a disability. It's hard to realize some of those things, daily that you can't do because of the chair. Learning how to ride a bike and not being able to help them. That kind of sadness, that grief of like, I'm missing this. I think almost every day you recognize, like I said, the wins and the losses. Sport opened doors for me that taught me how to live the rest of my life. And when I go to practice and I see the guys with a new injury, I see the guys that are a year out or 2 years out from the same tragedy, figuring out how to dribble a basketball and shoot while you're sitting down, like that's hard in itself.
You're using your arms for propulsion and shooting, which opposed to able-bodied basketball, you're just using your legs for propulsion, which is a huge difference.
It becomes more of a chess game and a positioning game.
Good one.
In wheelchair basketball, like a pick and roll is a deadly move. You truly create an advantage where it's a 2-on-1 situation, so you get an easy layup. You can categorize it, it's sports, it's cute, they're out there, give them a medal, they're trying. Hopefully the footage that you've captured shows that like it's competitive.
Oh, right there. Yep. Good one, middle. Nope.
Nope. Good. Nothing. Yep.
Jay.
Mike. Pass. Nothing. How about? Got him. Yep, I'm good. That was good defense. It's our ball. Yeah.
So you got the tournament coming up. Excited, nervous?
I'm always nervous. I'm always nervous about every tournament. Some of my players, unfortunately, are going through some health problems.
1, 2, 3.
I got some players because of work-related reasons. They can't make the tournament. So yeah, I got to change my combination. Sometimes I have to play. Sometimes I have to take the coaching shirt off and become player. We can't afford to lose a lot of games right now because we're on the cusp of not making it to the national tournament. The more games we lose, the more it's gonna hurt us. But I'm not afraid.
I think we've gotten to a point this year, this season, where we've surprised ourselves. We surprised a lot of people. I think we're higher in the rankings than a lot of people thought we would be. Every day we've already gone beyond expectations, so it's just fun now. Now I like the camaraderie. I like the competition. It makes for a fun afternoon. It makes for a fun weekend.
Win or lose, cheesy as it sounds, win or lose, I'm proud of these guys. Unfortunately, we just couldn't keep it together at the end, guys. We let them creep back in, guys. We had no plan. We had no answer for the defensive end, all right? That's just what it was. At the end of the day, guys, we showed a little bit spurts of what we actually have out there. We had it. It's like right in there, right there. And to see it like just crumble in front of us like this, yeah, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. It's not good. Unfortunately, it just bad luck, hurt players, injury, other commitments that came up. It took a turn, but you know what? I can't be any more proud of these guys. I was able to actually see these players compared to last year and today and how they have evolved.
That's my family. Those are the people that know me most. You know, they've been through the same situations where their bodies betrayed you.
We're coming back. Oh, we're coming back. We'll be back.